Good evening. It's 9 p.m. here in South Korea. Thank you for joining us on Arirang News. We begin with President Yoon Suk Yeol, who is on his way to the U.S. for a state visit, marking the 70th anniversary of the Seoul-Washington alliance. Including his summit with President Joe Biden, we take a look at what else is on President Yoon's schedule. Our foreign affairs correspondent, Choi Min-jung, leads our coverage tonight.
South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol embarked on an official state visit to Washington on Monday, where he'll meet his U.S. counterpart Joe Biden. Under the theme Alliance in Action Toward the Future, his trip is expected to strengthen the Seoul-Washington alliance, especially as this year marks the 70th anniversary of the alliance between both nations. The state visit officially begins on Tuesday. Yoon will attend a forum where advanced technology companies in the U.S. will announce plans to invest in South Korea and a business roundtable involving some 30 CEOs of major companies from both countries. The president will also visit NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center to discuss space cooperation between the two countries. Also on Tuesday, both leaders and the First Ladies will pay a visit to the Korean War Veterans Memorial in Washington. Wednesday is the highlight of the visit. Yoon's summit with U.S. President Joe Biden will take place at the White House. Prior to the summit, Biden and the First Lady will host an official arrival ceremony. The summit will be followed by a joint press conference and a state dinner. On Thursday, Yoon will address Congress on the topic of liberal democracy and share his blueprint for the future of the bilateral alliance. The speech will be followed by lunch at the State Department hosted by U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris and Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Yoon will then receive a briefing from top U.S. military officials on a variety of global issues. The president will also make a stop in Boston to meet academics from the digital and biosector at MIT on Friday. He will also host a panel session at Harvard University's Kennedy School on economic freedom and liberal democracy on the same day. From there, Yoon will wrap up his trip and depart for Seoul on Saturday. Choi Min-jung, Arirang News.